Hello guys, and welcome to another ProfileTree video. So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Squarespace custom code and the developer tools. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so we have a website opened up here. Now, just to give you guys a rundown, to embed widgets or add custom code to your Squarespace website, you can either use code blocks, embed blocks, or code injection. And I will show you that in a little minute here. Now, depending on the type of code and where you want to place it, it all depends on the three that you choose from there. So code blocks, the purpose of that, it's ideal for embedding third-party widgets or adding custom code to specific areas of your pages or as well as that, your blogs. Now, to use this, pretty much just need to go on to your dashboard, go ahead and select edit the page or post where you want to add the code. Then you want to add the block on the top left. You'll just see it here. So just once you hover over a section, it should just appear straight away. Click on it. And if you can't find it here, so it's usually just under quote where you see embed and code, just go ahead and search up on here as well if you can't see it. So if as soon as you search up for code, you'll see this one here. So click on that. And this is where you'll either paste in your HTML, CSS, JavaScript, or Markdown code into the code block. So you would just double click on it. You can see you'll have your pop-up here for content. You'll have the option here for the drop-down for HTML, JavaScript, CSS, Markdown, plain text. And you can also display that source code if you need to as well. So that's one part. Now, for embed blocks, now this is used for embedding content from other websites that use the O-embed standard. Now, that's the likes of Canva here, for example. If you're using Canva and you've created, let's just say, a table and you want to have that table onto your website, you can add it on easily, and I'll show you that in a little minute. So again, the same way as we've done here with the block. So we'll just delete this guy here. Add block, go ahead and select embed, or again, if you can't find it, just search up for it. Now you'll have this option instead. So you can see here, you can add an embed URL or a code. So again, you want to go ahead and just double click on it. You'll have the option here to paste in the link, or you can add in a code snippet. So multiple options there as well. And then of course you could add a custom featured image and a description. So you also have the option, it's just with the likes of Canva, as I say there, you can basically have a little area for the embed URL or that code snippet, and works the same way, almost the same way as the custom code or that code block. So that is the use of the embed block. Now, the last one anyway is the code injection. Now, this one is a little bit different in comparison with the embed and the code itself. Now, code injection, this allows you to inject code directly into the header or footer of your website. Now, it's useful for tracking scripts, CSS, or JavaScript that needs to be applied globally. So the way you would access this is, we'll just save this now. So you want to go ahead and get yourself onto the dashboard, just as long as you can see the setup here. On the bottom, you'll have a settings icon or like a little gear icon. You want to go ahead and click on that. Then what we want to do here is we want to go ahead and look for advanced and then code injection. So usually, the one thing that Squarespace likes to do is change things around. So I'll show you a little tip here and a trick. So if you select the / on your keyboard, you'll basically get this pop up on the screen. Then this is where you'll be able to search up for code injection. So here it is. So perfect. So this is, as you can see, where we can enter in code that will be injected into the head tag on every page of your site. And then, of course, with the footer there, you can enter code that will be injected into the template defined footer on every page of your site. So there's the order confirmation page as well. Again, this is where you would add and apply the code. It even gives you a general, information anyway on how you can do this. The order status page as well, so just below. Again, this is mainly to do with the e-commerce website, of course. But if you have a brochure website, the only thing that you really need to worry about is the header and footer. If you want to apply some custom code that you want to apply on here. But that is that part. Now, when you are testing your code, just make sure that you test your code using your own domain name rather than the default Squarespace domain. For CSS, if you need to customize the appearance of a widget, you can add your own CSS as well. Again, if there's any sort of issues that you might have in regards to adding code, it is best to just have a wee read through the documentation for Squarespace for detailed instructions or troubleshooting as well. So moving on, we do have an option here for developer tools. Now, the Squarespace developer platform is basically it's a set of tools and resources that enables developers to create custom Squarespace sites and to also integrate with third-party services. Now, offering it basically just offers access to template files, APIs for advanced customization and beyond the built-in tools that you have here on Squarespace. So the way you would access that is if you go all the way back here, you'll have an option all the way on the very bottom. Again, just go into settings, and then you should see developer tools just below here. And then as you can see, external API key, so integrate with services like Google Analytics and Amazon. You also have the likes of developer API keys, which is to manage developer, there you go, manage developer API keys. URL mappings as well, so if you want to create internal and external URL redirects, that'll be really good for, let's just say, blogs, if you have it. Let's just say you've duplicated content, then you can redirect a specific URL to another URL. And then you also have like website protection, default text editor, SSL as well, and metadata importing. So really good tools here within the developer tools section. But for I would say that what's best to use within the developer tools is the URL mappings as well as the SSL. So you can see here currently it's active. So everything's all okay there. I can't set it to insecure, but of course it is preferred to have it as a secure website. So that is the developer tools. Now, what I'm going to show you here is how to actually use some of the blocks that we have. So I'm going to just work off we'll work off the one that says code. Or embed, sorry, we'll use embed instead. All works the same way. So what we're going to do is embed a code for this. And what I'm going to do is create a table on Canva, and I'll show you how to move over some of your Canva designs onto your Squarespace website. Okay, so I've went ahead and opened up Canva here, so I'm just going to use this as an example. Now, there's several different platforms out there as well that you can embed using third-party tools. You do have Elfsight. You do also have the likes of Calendly as well. So multiple different platforms out there where you can integrate embedded code or just code in general. So what we're going to do here is we'll just use this as an example, this table that I've just picked out for a design. I'm going to go ahead and select share. And then what I'm going to do is select see all and select the embed. Now, you can see here that embed your design on Medium, WordPress, or your own website. So we'll just select that embed, and it'll give us the HTML embed code, or we can simply just use the smart embed link. So if we copy this, and we'll jump onto our website again. Again, we'll just click on that. And then we'll just enter in the URL. And you can see it'll automatically put in the actual design that we've created on Canva. Again, you could just adjust it as normal. So if you need to expand it, you can. Just depends, of course, on the sizing. So with Canva, the good thing about it is you can change your sizes. So just have a look first to see how many blocks you want it to be or your overall sizing, because you can see that this is a bit too big. Now, with the other one, if you wanted to do the code, so as you can see, it's HTML code right now. Again, what we'll do here is copy the HTML embed code, and then we'll just delete the hello world here, and then just add the code in, and it should be, well, it should show up. Yep, there we go. And then we'll just remove the design. So I'll just remove this part here. We don't actually need this this part here. There we go. Perfect. So there you go. Got the embedded link again. You've got the option there to expand it if you need to. So it works the same way again as that embed tool, but I always do find that the embed is a lot better than the code sometimes, just because you could just copy and paste that link. But yeah, there you go, folks. That is as easy as that when you're using the coding as well as the developer tools. So there you go, guys. That pretty much is everything for the video today. If you have any questions at all, let us know in the comment section below. We'd like to know what you think. But other than that, I'll see you guys for the next video. Thank you very much for watching.